Next up, an Israeli invention that's addressing a worldwide problem and even something that's become a focus for Presidents Obama and Perez, unraveling the mysteries of the human brain.
There are a lot of existing scans of the brain. There is MRI and PET scans and functional MRI and CAT scans, but all of them are looking at the hardware of the brain or the anatomy of the brain. None of them is looking actually at the software of the brain or the function of the brain.
So they're looking at structure like here.
Yeah, but if you get inside the brain, what you see is neuronal networks. These are neuronal firings, what we see here, and there are hundreds of millions of messages that are transmitted between billions of neurons every second. And this is the big challenge. And we exactly look at that. We look at neuronal network, how they fire and how they produce brain activity and how our brain is working.
So if the brain is like Google Maps, you're actually tracking congestion and flow within the brain.
Exactly, this is a good analogy because those congestions and sometimes detours, this is key to understand brain function and brain dysfunction. So these sensors are actually measuring neuronal firing across his brain. We take this code and we thoroughly analyze it with sophisticated signal processing and algorithms in order to generate three-dimensional maps that we will see in a minute. We call it brain network activation, or BNA in short, and this shows how his brain is working.
So Alminda took that data we saw, just those lines, and converts it into this 3D image.
Exactly, and this is the way how Winton's brain is processing faces. So what we see here is a kid, is a 17-year-old boy from Pittsburgh, who is part of our clinical trials in the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center, and you can see on the left his baseline brain activity map, very similar to what we did to Winton earlier. And on the right side, you can see post-concussion what happens. You don't have to be a doctor to see that there is a significant change from his baseline to first week after concussion. It took this kid at least 4 weeks for his brain to fully recover. But unfortunately, without objective tools to monitor in the brain, this kid got back to play before 3 weeks. And as you read on the news, this is risk of cognitive brain damage, especially if he gets another hit in the head. So thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you, Winton Stewart, Ronen Gadot, and Alminda.